first couple years, it wasn't all that, right? So I went to go get rub and tug. Is that f***ed up?
So you want me to just tell you if it's okay whether you get rub and tugs? You don't want to know how to get your sex life better with this girl. You have to have a conversation with her.
Dude.
And that conversation needs to happen because here's what you're doing. You're setting up to marry this chick.
Me and her don't want to have kids, bro. We just, want to get a house, for investment.
I wouldn't do that either.
Don't do that either.
Gusto, I wouldn't get a gallon of milk together until you settle this. Do you understand?
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man.
If the sex life isn't good in a relationship, but you don't want to cheat, but you go ahead and go get a little rub and tug at some massages, is that cheating, or is that just because you don't meet your sexual satisfaction, but you don't want to cheat?
Are you sneaking and doing? Are you going, hey,
are you up front and ready?
Are you going, I'm going to get a love and bread, but and then you go to the rub and tug and then just,
Nah, she don't know about it.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Have you had a conversation with her about why the sex is not where it's at? Now, is it quantity? Is it y'all are just not compatible? What is the problem?
She's never really done it with anybody, so I've kind of been like her only few, and like every time we do it, it hurts her. She don't enjoy it until she's in the moment. Whatever is cool, but she doesn't know about the rubbing tugs.
All right, so let me ask you this: it's pain? Why is she in pain with this? What makes it in pain?
Because she's never really had sex.
Yeah, but you've been with her 4 years. She had sex with you for 4 years. What is the reason why the sex is painful?
It's kind of embarrassing for her, but she was a virgin.
Oh yeah, but you've been with her for 4 years. How long have you been sleeping with her?
Shit, we slept throughout almost the whole year that we've been together, but not like every weekend, dog.
That's still fine.
Okay, but yeah.
So you gotta ask questions and details of what hurts and why does it hurt, and is it just that you're going too hard? Is it too?
Have you asked these questions or no?
Duh, I have. Well, I was like, why does it hurt? And she said, no, I don't know. And I was like thinking in my head, like, all right, look.
Was she ever into sex, or was she was a virgin? And you just you was like, I'm gonna get this, and this is gonna be my girl, and whatever. Was that the thing?
Nah, it was mainly like, oh shit, like she's never done it with anybody. I was her first. Well, fuck it, like let me do my thing. And I want to start off slow and shit, so I did. But like, there's days where like it feels good, and days like it fucking hurts her. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah, but that's Doug, you're not paying attention. So you've been with her for 4 years, and you have no idea how to. Is there any times that you're having sex with her where it's actually good? Where she's into it?
Oh yeah, last week it was fucking good, dude.
Was it good for her, or was it just good for you?
No. It was good for her.
Did she say it was good for her?
Oh, dude, she fucking enjoyed it.
Okay, so what was the scenario? What do you in your mind? What was the difference?
I think it was more of like the intimacy and like the foreplay and shit. But dude, my question is that stop. You just said it was good, and what was good? You go the intimacy.
And did you ask her what made it good and what was different this time than last time?
I would say more of the affectionness, like more the attraction.
That's not the question. He asked you a question. He asked you a question. Ask the question.
Did you ask her why it felt good this time as opposed to last time?
Yeah, because we took our time and.
No. He asked you. Did you ask her? You got to listen to the questions I'm asking you. On what's Harry's? Did you ask?
I did.
And what did she say?
I asked her. I was like, "Yo, so how come like today, like it felt good and shit, and like the other days it hurts you?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't know, because maybe we both had a good day, and like I was in the mood, and like you were in the mood, and we just did it." And I was like, "All right, cool, I guess."
Okay, but you understand that it's deeper than that. It's so much deeper than that. Why when she had a good day? Was it a good day at work, or was it a good day at, was it just were y'all off work, or what was you like? So what I'm saying to you is you have a blueprint to get to this point where you can have her. And this is interesting because you've been dating with her for 4 years, right? You've been dating her for 4 years.
Yo,
she was a very
Dante.
Yeah.
Dante.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. The first couple years, it wasn't all that, right? So I went to go get rubbing tugs. Is that fucked up?
Wait a minute. I don't even. You're missing the point. Like whether you got. Like, I don't even want to deal with the fact that
well,
the
he
rubbing.
seems to want to. He's like
Look,
he seems to be.
Yeah.
He's made his peace with this is fucked. So is it all right if I get rubbing?
Yeah,
tugs?
but are you trying to fix this or you're not? So you want me to just tell you if it's okay whether you get rubbing tugs? You don't want to know how to get your sex life better with this girl?
Nah. I do want to fix it permanently because, man, fuck me not having. Oh man, we didn't fuck this weekend. All right, well, let me go get a massage, get a little rubbing tuggy, which is not the same as fucking her because fucking her feels so fucking good, but. I keep trying to figure out the problem as like.
Yeah, but you have to, Gusto. You got to understand something. You're literally in a situation where you've been dating this girl for 4 years. Not only have you been dating her for 4 years, but you were the one. You were her first, and you're her Sherpa, her.
You get to
her
guide her.
You are her
from the
tour
scratch,
guide from the front, and so if she's not there, this is your fault. You understand that?
But how though? Why?
Who else was she fucking? What other experience did she have other than the experience that you gave her?
Well, none. But like, isn't that what girls go through when they're in fucking high school, dude? So that when they're fucking 30, they're already experienced and shit.
Well,
how did they get the experience, Gusto?
Just from having fucking boyfriends.
Yeah, they fuck dudes. They fuck a lot of dudes. They fuck dudes. They experience. So is that what you want her to do? You want her to go? You want to send her out with the
on
wolves?
An expedition?
So she could figure out.
No.
Okay.
Go Kill Bill style. Go up into the mountains.
Let me tell you something. What just hit me was, I remember talking to Gusto. You called before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you called before, the whole fact that she was a virgin was very important to you. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the problem. You want somebody to whore it out, right? But you want to be the only one that's sleeping with her. You wanted to get somebody who was fresh out the plastic. She still had the silicone packets in her pussy, and then you're not even a good Sherpa. You're not even a good guide. You're not even teaching her. You're supposed to escalate her education and sex. You haven't done that. And then when she's not who you want to be because you didn't even teach her, then you just want to go get a rubbing tug.
Yes, sir. You're right on that.
So do you understand how that's a problem? That is that you're
yay or nay on the rubbing tugs, Dante?
There's so much more problems than just the rubbing tug. Like you're calling me about the rubbing tugs, right? And
so what's your stance on the rubbing?
Here's my stance on the rubbing tug. You can get a rubbing tug if she don't mind you giving a rubbing tug. Because what happens if she finds out you get a rubbing tug? What if you get caught? How do you think that?
Then it's over.
How do you think that's going to affect the fact that she's uncomfortable with sex in the first place? And how much are you going to take that? Is she going to take that into the next relationship? This is the guy that I gave my virginity to, which, I mean, I'm 58. I don't give a fuck. I don't talk to a girl unless she's sucked at least 15 dicks. She can't even talk to me.
You do background checks and references and everything.
I want your resume. But my point is, you're worried about this idea of her being pure and pristine, which is a weirdo thing to think. But then you don't even have either. You don't have the experience, or you don't have the desire to teach her about her body and what's now. If she does something freaky, are you gonna look at her funky because this is your pristine little sweetheart that you want to over sexualize, and then when she does something freaky, when she's hot to it or spits on it, or what, are you gonna freak out?
Well, nah, look, Dante, it's not that I don't have the experience or that I don't have the
well, you might have the experience, but you don't have the experience to teach.
You might be great in the game, but you might not be a good coach.
So many ways. and she's like naive, dude. She's like hard headed.
You picked somebody naive. You picked somebody who was out of high school. What did you expect? What did you think the job was?
Well, obviously, dating somebody who's fresh out the box, untouched, it's going to be a work. You know, some work. It's going to be hard.
But it's 4 years. How old? And she's 30 now, right?
Yeah.
And how long have you been with her?
Fucking 4 years, dog.
And so she lost her virginity at 26, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you Mexican?
Hispanic, Bolivian.
Bolivian. Okay. So you have this situation where you have this unrealistic expectation about how pristine and how. So here's something that and culture is always a weird thing. A lot of times in Latino culture, Latino men over-sexualize women.
Yeah.
In a way, but then they under-sexualize. But they expect you to be a virgin and be pristine. You can't get somebody who knows their way around an engine unless they've dropped a few transmissions. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So you asked for this. And now you got what you want, and you never even thought about what's your body count? How many people you been
Not
with?
counting rub and tugs.
No rub and tugs.
Okay.
No.
Because that's 2 hands you can count. I think that's too many.
All right. Since high school, it's not much, dude. It's probably like 9. Yeah,
So
like 9,
So what makes you think that you're a good lover? If you love what we're doing here, go to patreon.com. It's the best way to support us and check out all the bonus content.
That's right, patreon.com/manschool202. We do weekly bonus episodes. We do listener mail, dating tips, and also, if you love the show, you can go back to the archive starting from episode 1. All the episodes will be there at patreon.com/manschool202.
Oh, good at fucking?
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go. That's
fucking not just getting right to it, but like actually kissing her, foreplaying, like making her come even before we even fuck, dude.
okay. That's
Okay, so
Because that's how my girl is right now. I can make my girl come just by touching her thighs. And I'm like, yo, don't come yet. Let's fuck first. And,
why would you not want
Why
her
would
to
you
come?
stop that?
Why would you stop her from coming?
Because she can't have sex after she comes because it fucking hurts her or like she's not in the mood anymore. And that's kind of weird for me, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, this is probably not going to what you want to hear, but this is a fucking mess. And it's a mess because you had this expectation about her purity and her being a virgin. So you got this virgin. You literally have a situation where sexually y'all are not compatible. For whatever reason, if it's you, if it's her, if it's whatever, you have no way or no path.
communication problems.
You have no pathway to making it better. And so you're ultimately going to, eventually, if not now, then later, you're going to find somebody else to fill that goal, even if it's a rub and tug. I don't see a problem with you saying, listen, I'm not satisfied with this. The sex is not good enough. And if you think, but even if you do a rub and tug, eventually a rub and tug is not going to be enough. No. You're gonna want to smash somebody else.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to be miserable.
Right.
Or you're just going to be miserable.
It's not enough.
Right? So if it's not enough, what I'm saying is you got to have a real conversation with her to see how you guys can get on the same page, or you got to move on. And I get you may not be ready to move on at this moment, but you need to understand something. At the end of this journey, rubbing tugs, her complaining, her having an attitude, you having the bomb shit, her telling you go find some other girl, all of this ends how? How do you think it ends?
If we don't fucking work it out, it's gonna end bad, pretty much.
Okay, and how is it moving closer to where it's working out? It's not, right?
Is the rest of the relationship doing great? Like, what is the rest of the relationship?
There's no way in
like?
the world the rest of the relationship is
that's
good.
what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Nah, we're doing good. Like, if it's not about sexy shit, then like we're doing pretty good, dude. Like, I'm a pretty good listener, dude. Like, I give pretty good advice. She's doing good at her job. You know, she still lives with her parents, and we haven't fucking gotten married yet because I'm like, fuck, man, I live alone. I got my own studio.
Do not get married, Custo. Do not get married until you straighten this out. And if you don't straighten this out, you got to go find somebody who's gonna. But I think that there's a situation where you idolize this, or you put this whole idea because she was a virgin on a pedestal, and I guarantee you, the chicks at the rub and tug, the one that you spending money, they not virgins. So what I'm saying is you gotta mature your own thinking and decide what you want, because if you want something that's just a figurehead in terms of relationship, and you're gonna be with somebody that you don't want to be with, it's not gonna want to fuck you. You're gonna resent them, and you're gonna be running around getting rub and tug or hookers or whatever it takes to fill in the gaps, and then you eventually gonna get caught, and then she's gonna be pissed because you got caught, all because you weren't honest in the first place. If you say that this is not good enough and we got to work on this, otherwise we need to kind of find other people and move on, then you'll find out where her head is at and how important it is for her to be with you in a real way, and have a like I always say, relationships is like it's like moving a couch, right? It's easy to do if you got two people. You can't carry. It's hard to carry a couch by yourself, bro. And you just can't have it one-sided. And what you don't want her to be is in a situation where she's like, "Oh God, it's Friday night. I
don't want somebody reluctant and miserable to fuck you."
It's not gonna be good.
Yo, but Dante,
yeah.
How do you fix that fucking like that sexual, not addiction, but like that sexual feeling of like just always want to fuck, like always want to have like a good.
You're 30 years old. Your testosterone this is where you should be, but that's also why you probably shouldn't have a girl. Why do you have a girl when you still got this? Why you have yeah, go ahead.
But like I don't want to fuck a bunch of chicks. I don't want to bring them to my studio. Like, I don't want to fuck a bunch of chicks that, like, I don't even know. Like, fuck that. I just want to fuck with one good girl. Like, actually make love to her. Like,
well, then go find a girl who likes having sex.
They're out there. I've heard about it. They're out there.
Oh, they're out there. Whoa. Holy shit.
Yeah, you can find them now. They got the interwebs. They're all out there.
Some of them will let you put it in the pooper, too.
Okay. Well, I didn't know this. This is, hold on. Let me write this down. Oh, now Gusto's excited. Wait a minute. What now?
Right.
Maybe I've been thinking this whole rub and tuck thing all wrong.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah. I mean, it's because, like, obviously, yes, I know that, like, find a good girl that likes to fuck, who's on your same page, cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
That's the only
point, it's like I build, like, half a house with this chick. And like I just want to end it.
Yeah, but the other half is on fire. You do understand that.
It's raining. It's raining on your couch, dude.
Termites run around on fire in the other side.
You got raccoons in the attic.
And you're calling
good.
Dante and go, "Hey, should I go to the Home Depot? Is that okay?"
Yo, Dante, so last question, what? Fucking fuck the rub and tugs? Like, that's bad, don't do it?
What do you think, Gusto? After all that's been said, let me ask you something. Just a blank statement. What would you think Dante's perspective at this point on the rub and tug is?
He would probably be like, if you're not getting your satisfaction, then fuck it, go do it. But it's not gonna fill your hole.
No, and I know this because he just said it. What he is saying is that it is cheating because if your lady finds out, she's going to be furious. It's going to end up your relationship.
That's why you're hiding it. You're hiding it because, and if if it's not perceived as emotional cheating because you're paying or whatever, but you're hiding it.
Bro, it's cheating. It's cheating.
You're hiding it because it's not okay. That's why you're hiding it, right? You don't want her to find out.
I fucking told her when I was drunk as fuck. I was like, stop calling me. I go get massages because I get chicks and that to touch me. You don't know about it. I'll tell you about it. And then one day she confronted me about it, and like I just denied it. I was like, nah.
How did you deny it? Wait, what? You said it.
He was just talking shit.
Drunk. I see. I was drunk.
This is real toxic, bro. You gotta.
It's a problem all the way around.
If you really want to keep her, then you got to have a conversation. You got to have her come to the table and kind of so that you guys are on the page. And if you find out that y'all can't be on the same page, then you got to move on.
You got to set each other free so you can find the people who are right for both of you.
Like two doves.
Yeah. Yeah, long story short, yeah.
Yeah, so this is what you got to do.
Or two buzzards just flying in the desert looking for a carcass.
Or two different hands that both have to rub and tug. Do you see?
Dude, my biggest fear is fucking erectile dysfunction, dude. I don't ever fucking want to have that shit, man.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how this gets in there, but I mean,
Well, how is that related to the? Yeah, where do we get there, Gusto?
Well, because like I don't know, like I guess if you don't lose it, you fucking if you don't use it, you lose it, right?
No, that's not how erectile dysfunction works. I mean that
there is a plethora of ways that you could end up with erectile dysfunction, and it could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be anxiety, it could be the fact that you watch too much porn and you jerk off too much, and then mentally you desensitize. There's a list of things that could happen. The point is, your concern is the fact that your real concern is you're in a relationship that you're not happy with.
Yeah.
And if sex is important to you, you got to find somebody who you're compatible with, or at least that comes close. You got somebody who just doesn't like sex, doesn't want to have sex. You have to have a conversation with her.
Dude.
And that
I want to be honest with you, dog.
And that conversation,
you need to be honest.
You got to be honest with her.
Yeah.
And that conversation needs to happen because here's what you're doing: you're setting up to marry this chick because she's living with her parents, and you eventually.
And I think that'll fix it, Dante. I think
so?
A marriage and also maybe a couple kids.
You are being sarcastic, and they think you're serious.
Okay.
So
well, Gusto might. That's for sure. But yeah,
you gotta have a conversation, Gusto.
Me and her don't want to have kids for shit, bro. We just want to get a house, for investment.
I wouldn't do that either.
Don't do that either.
Until you solve this, you don't do nothing. I wouldn't get a goldfish.
I don't know if you've been listening
to
the show. We had a dude who got $200,000 taken out of his bank account for a chick that he was dating that he didn't think she was smart enough, and she switched the bank accounts and took 200 G's from her because he was.
But for how long though? How long were they dating for though?
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. Gusto, I wouldn't get a gallon of milk together until you settle this. Do you understand? Nothing until you settle all this.
Yeah.
All right.
Do a consultation, dog, and we'll work it out. But we got to go step by
Doctor,
step.
I got you. I'm gonna sign up for it then.
All right, brother. I'll holler at you.
Dante,
I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys.
All right, bro. Later.
Thank you. All right. So no on the hand jobs. Just want to get that on record.
You got it down? Did you write it down?
N-O hand jobs.
Just draw a hand and a dick and a line.
And then a big circle through a Ghostbuster circle through it.
Okay. It's quicker. So I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't.